A very warm welcome to all of you who are participating. So it really is, I think, a very important topic, and therefore we thought it's important also to give some strategies on water management in hotels. And first of all, let me introduce our company. We are Rubmer Group. It was founded by my parents in 1963, and we are active in construction and environmental technology. Our headquarters is here in Austria, but we have customers from all over the world. So with the environmental technology products, we are also internationally active. We put a focus on water and energy efficiency, and especially also renewable energy in the environmental technology sector. And we have a wide range of products. This comes because we have a lot of customers who are asking us for solutions, and we develop together with our customers and the solutions for water and energy efficiency and environmental technology. Our company puts a very high focus on quality, competence, and innovation. And of course, we are satisfied, and we have also received several awards for our products and technologies. And as I said already, we have a wide range of technologies. Here you see a short overview on in which sectors we are active. And today we will focus on the topic on water, and especially the topic on water in the hospitality sector. So I will hand over now to Klaus Pichler, who is our Director for Green Technologies, and he will make the presentation then on water and the solutions on water. And I wish you an interesting webinar. And of course, we are ready afterwards to answer your questions, but also to get in direct contact then. So thank you very much. Klaus, please take over.
Okay, Ulrike, thank you very much for this introduction. So the main topic for today is water is precious. And in the next minutes, I will give you an overview. On the one hand, some figures, why water is precious, especially for the hotel tourism and hotel industry on the one hand, and which strategies and measures can be taken to reduce the water consumption, especially in the hotel industry. I mean, all of you know that water is really precious, because when we look on the figures which UNESCO have given to us, we see that 2.2 billion people worldwide do not have access to clean and continuous available drinking water. And when we look on the picture below, we see the situation which we had in summertime. Drought impacts tourism, especially in Southern Europe. You know, all the problems in Barcelona, Mallorca, Italy, France, Catalonia, and even in Germany, a country where maybe 5 years ago nobody has thought that there could be a drought. Even Germany has problems, and billions of tons of water are missing. On the other hand, and we have seen in the last weeks in Spain, for example, now we have these enormous floods, a lot of water coming down from the air. But this should, for everybody, it should be clear that this water does not help us, because this water finally finishes in the rivers and in the sea, but does not become, so more than 90% of this water falling down as rain does not become drinking and potable water, which we can use next summer. So we should have this in mind. On the next page, I give you some figures which we have from the Sustainable Hospitality Alliance. And here they clearly state that every year millions of people visit destinations, and the hotel tourism is responsible for 9% of the total annual water consumption worldwide. And the next figure is also not amazing, but unbelievable nearly, because an average of 1,500 liters per room and per day is spent in the hotels. And when we see locations, especially in Asia, for example, where tourism uses over 8 times more water than per person than the local population, you can imagine that also some social problems start based on these facts. I've done also a short look on Austria because Austria is a country well known where we have a lot of water, but also here, and where we have also hotels who take where water efficiency has a big impact, and who have done a lot of green labels in order to reduce the water consumption. But even in Austria, the average in the hotel industry is by 290 liters per guest and day, which is also in Austria more than twice as high as in households, in Austrian households. And here I show you a chart which I found in internet. This was published by Accor some years ago. And here you see that within the Accor group and the different brands in the Accor hotel industry, the water consumption starts with 100 liters, which is very, very low, but goes up and increases up to more than 800 liters in the Sofitel hotels, for example. And the message is also clear in the 3-star hotels, in the lower level hotels, the water consumption is lower. When we go to 4-star superior and 5-star hotels with a lot of wellness inside, then the water consumption in these hotels is rather high. When we talk about water, we should also have in mind that water is also energy, because a lot of water used in the hotel is warm water. Think about the bathrooms, the showers, the wellness areas, or the kitchens. And here a lot of energy is used to produce the warm water, and energy consumption is high, and also the CO2 emissions are high. And also the next figure is quite amazing. When you look on that, regarding energy consumption in a hotel, hot water is responsible for 17% of the energy consumption in the hotel, and is, after the heating, the second highest consumer in the hotels. And also this you should have in mind when we talk about water and water efficiency. Water means high operating costs. All of us talk about how to reduce the operating costs. All of us think about personnel costs. We think about costs for kitchen, for food. But we should think also about the costs for water and water consumption, because we do not only talk about the water fee. In most countries, also the wastewater is linked to the water consumption and the fees. And as said before, we spend a lot of energy costs for hot water. And I made a quick calculation for a 100 rooms business hotel, and then you can calculate easily what this means for 1,000 rooms, for 10,000 rooms, or even 100,000 rooms of very big hotel groups. And here the water usage causes about 65,000 euros annually costs as operating costs. And here are the assumptions for this 100 rooms business hotel. I have calculated 80% occupancy, 219 liters per person per day. So this is the low level which we have in Austria. And this means that annually such a hotel has a water consumption of 12 million liters or 12,000 cubic meters, 120,000 kilowatt hours. And the fees for water and sewer are in the range of 50,000, and the energy costs in the range of 15,000. So just for such a small hotel, it's quite interesting to think about how to reduce the water consumption, and based on this, how to reduce the operating costs. So next one. So having these figures in mind, the the next step is what is the strategy to reduce such water fees and the water consumption? Because if you start without the strategy, you will very soon feel that you can't find an end and you will not reach some goals what you have in mind. So very important is to define in your hotel or in your hotel group who are the water consumers, and you have to measure the actual state, the actual figures. So how much, for example, do I spend in showers? How much do I spend in the kitchen? And how much do I spend for irrigation in the gardens, for example? Based on the knowledge about the existing figures, you can define with your team goals and also measures. And based on this defined goal and measures, the next step for sure is to implement the measures. And finally, again, to make a monitoring of is the target achieved, and use these figures also for reporting. Only want to mention here the ESG reporting, for example, which becomes more and more important and is just an important issue for the big hotels and hotel groups. Talking about water consumers in the building. Here is a short list, maybe some issues where you would not have thought about. So showers and taps as biggest water consumers, toilets also very big water consumers. Some of the hotels have spa areas, saunas, pools. In the kitchen, we use water laundry. For cleaning of the rooms, we have garden watering. And finally, we also have in mind that we use a lot of energy for hot water in the heating. So this is not a topic for water efficiency, but more of energy efficiency. And a second step, I've just said, analysis monitoring of the current state. So where is how much water and energy used? And here it's very important to know that by far the highest amount of water used is in the showers, followed by the toilets. These are the big water consumers in the hotels. When we talk in the European, when we have a look on the European region, here the taxonomy requirements become more and more important because they become illegal and also a legal issue for the hotels who have to follow these requirements also in order to achieve the green levels which they need for the hotels for ESG issues or for marketing issues. And the EU taxonomy specifies following requirements for sanitary facilities. And for taps, here it's defined that the maximum water flow rate is 6 liters per minute. So in taps, you have to look that you use 6 or even less liter per minute. And in reality, when we make these measures with our clients, most times we see 10 liters, 12 liters, even 15 liters in taps. When we look on the showers, we have a maximum water flow rate of 8 liters per minute defined. Also, this is very, very low. Also here we see in average 12 liters. Hotels who just use eco shower heads are in the range of 9, 10 liters. We nearly see, or we never see, or only in very, very scarce situations, we see showers with 8 liters or even less than 8 liters. And also toilets are quite critical because here the full flush capacity of maximal 6 liters and the maximal average flush quantity of 3.5 liters is required. Urinals, maximum 2 liters per bowl an hour. And when an automatical flush is installed, the maximal full flush for the toilet quantity, water quantity is 1 liter. So these figures show that for most of the hotels, a lot of measures have to be done to reach these requirements for taxonomy, which finally are also very important for the ESG and sustainability reporting in the hotels. Now we have a focus on the showers because, as I've just said before, the high proportion of water consumption in showers is one of the main topics when talking about water efficiency. Many hotels still have flow rates in average of 11 liter per minute, or even higher. We have seen that the big hotel groups have defined, in many cases, just 9 liter per minute as a standard. And this has a certain reason why it is 9 liter per minute, because less than 9 liter per minute lead to guest complaints. And even with 9 liter per minute, we have seen many clients from us, they just have with 9 liter per minute guest complaints on the agenda. Therefore, most of our clients, when we talk with them, tell us that a further reduction down to 8 liter, what is required by the taxonomy, or even 7 liter per minute, is a big challenge, and they hesitate to go this. Also, EU taxonomy and green certification requires this. And so what can be done? This is the big question. And here we have a quite good solution in our house with our Eco Water Jet by Radma. You see this water reducer on the right side, and what happens here, the water reducer reduces here in this with a small diameter, reduces the water flow. Here it creates a negative pressure where air is sucked in, and finally we get a water-air mixture which has a very, very high speed and results in a high showering comfort. Also, we reduce the water flow rate by 50%. The Eco Water Jet is certified and tested for hygienic issues as well as for the efficiency from TÜV. But the most important information here on the right side, you see that it can be installed here directly before the shower hose on the faucet, or when we have a rain shower in front of the rain shower. The most important issue is that you can reduce the operating costs for water consumption in the showers up to 50%. You'll see later on why the short payback period, how short it really is. With Eco Water Jet, you are taxonomy compliant. We always have the goal to reduce down to 6, maximum 7 liter per minute with our clients, what is possible. And when I tell you that we have 5-star hotels like Ritz-Carlton in Berlin, where we have reduced down to 6.5 liters together with them, and they have an excellent shower comfort for a 5-star hotel, you can imagine that this water reducer really works quite well. The best comfort for the guest is a big issue, easy and quick installation. You see, we have it also in different types and also different colors. So if you need a golden one, black one, white one, bronze one, no problem, we can deliver this. This sufficient water pressure throughout the building. A lot of facility managers tell us that they have in the lower floors a big pressure, and when you have a 10 or even 20 floor building in the upper floors, they have big pressure problems. We can solve this also with Eco Water Jet. And then there are further advantages where I do not want to go in detail into it because it would take us too long time. This chart is quite interesting because here we have done a calculation based on a project which is running now with a big hotel group where we are working together. And I've taken in average a 10,000 room hotel group. And here you see that the annual savings of operating costs for such a big hotel room is in the range of 1 million euro. They can save 110 million liter waters using Eco Water Jet. They can save 4 million kilowatt hours of energy. And here we have assumed that gas is used as energy source. And also very interesting for the ESG reporting and also for all the green levels, we have calculated a saving of 1,400 tons of CO2. And this quick win, we always say to it, it's a quick win because the investment compared with the saving is rather low and the installation is done quite fast, leads to an extremely short payback period of 4 months. If you're interested, you can look later on when you get the presentation, also in the detailed assumptions, what we have done regarding utilization rate of the hotel, how many persons per shower are calculated, and so on. This is written everything here. But the annual savings in terms of money, in terms of water and energy and CO2 are really amazing, seeing these figures. And just as a last chart for this topic, you see that EcoWaterJet meanwhile is used worldwide. We have a lot of very well-known hotel groups, starting with, as I've mentioned before, Ritz-Carlton Berlin. We have Marriott clients. We have NH Collection as new client, but also well-known Austrian, German known hotels. One of the for us, most interesting hotels was Belmont Hotel in Mallorca, where also a very, very high quality standard was given, which we had to overcome without any problems. And so, yeah, I think all these names are speaking for themselves. So coming back to the measures in other regions, we have started now with the showers. Let's have a short look on the spa area, on sauna and pools. When we talk about outdoor pools, here is a good tip. Swimming pool covers reduce the evaporation of water by over 60%. So if you have such facilities in operation, do this measure because it reduces water on a very high level. Also, the adjustment of the circulation pump to the intensity of use is helpful to reduce energy. When we talk about cleaning of the rooms, we have seen that the reduction of cleaning cycles in rooms reduces the water consumption. Of course, this has to be communicated to the hotel guests. So here, a very good communication between the hotel and the guests is important in order to tell them, for example, due to our green certifications, we offer you that we clean the hotel rooms only all 3 days. Is this okay for you? If the hotel, and this can be done just at the time of the booking. So here a lot of measures can be done. Also the training of the cleaning personnel to save water is very important. When we look on the laundry, less cleaning cycles in rooms, as I've told before, leads to also less linen and towels to be washed. This means, again, less water consumption. Have a look, in any case, to use modern washing machines. So the payback time to install modern or to exchange old washing machines with modern washing machines, the payback time for this investment is also very, very short. And also quite interesting is, for example, installation of heat exchangers to recover heat from warm water and use it to preheat the water again. When we talk about the kitchen, I think this is clear to every one of you, but we see in many kitchens that it is not done, or it has not been done, to use modern dishwashers, steam ovens, but also in the dish cleaning areas, it's very important to install water flow reduction systems directly in order also here to use less water and reduce the water flow. Toilets, I've just mentioned before, if you remember the taxonomy, which tell us maximal 6 liter per flush, better aim to a 4-liter solutions. But here, have in mind, we had a lot of discussions also with specialists from this area, it's a challenge because on the one hand, when you want to reduce the water flow into toilets and you do not have fitting ceramics, you get a problem to flush away everything from the ceramics, and you have, for example, to press the flush system 2 times or even 3 times, which finally leads to a higher water consumption than before. And if the runoff, meaning the pipes for the runoff, the diameter is too big, and you reduce the water consumption for the toilets, then you get a problem in the runoff, and here a lot of maintenance and problems can occur. So when you start to think about this measure, please talk with specialists from the toilet industry, meaning your plumbers, your facility managers, really to check the situation before you start this measure. And also very interesting, and this leads us to the next topic, is to use pre-treated wastewater or rainwater in the toilets. Of course, this can be done only when new hotels are built. A refurbishment in existing hotels for an extra pipe system normally is not worth to do it. Rainwater harvesting is also an issue. So think about to collect rainwater in water reservoirs and use this rainwater for toilets. Again, this is a measure which should be taken for new hotels when those are built. Use the rainwater also for laundries and irrigation. This can be done in existing hotels. When we talk about garden areas, think about innovative water-efficient irrigation technologies. For example, I know irrigation technologies which are under the earth, under the surface. So there you have no evaporation of the water when with the sprinklers, as we, for example, see in the picture. When they are under the earth, the water directly goes to the roots of the grass, and you have a perfect water consumption. Think also about to implement sensor technology in order to have a needs-based irrigation so that you do not spend too much water where it's not needed anymore. And also a big issue is the pipe network, because a lot of hotels have some water leakages in the pipes and also in the boilers. They do not take care about it, and so you spend a lot of water for nothing. And a helpful measure against this problem is to install a leakage detection and to make really a detailed monitoring of the water consumption. Yes, I know. Yeah, coming before I go to the next topic, we have still another issue, and this is lime scale and corrosion protection. Many hotels, especially in regions where a lot of lime is in the water, we find this in Spain as well as in Germany or in Austria, nearly everywhere in the world, also in the northern parts of Italy, Croatia, at the coast. They use descaling technology, most times based on salt. But you should have in mind that these systems increase the water consumptions up to 10%. And of course, have also a negative effect on the environment because salt is going into the wastewater, is going, when you use this water for irrigation, is going into the normal surface earth, and have so a negative effect on the environment. And for example, in California or in Las Vegas, such systems just now are forbidden to be used because due to this negative effect. And there are certain other technologies available, very environmental friendly systems, which also have a very good effect and which are proven and just now used in the hotel industry. Here, for example, we as Rabma offer our AquaBion system, which is a zinc sacrificial anode system, which can be installed very easily in the main water system when it's entering the hotel house, which you see in the right pictures. It has a very, very good effect on the pipe. You see this comparison here in the middle. On the right side, you see a pipe where water was running through, treated with Aquabion for 2 years, and we had no negative impact on the surface. And in the same house, on a parallel pipe, which we have taken in order to see what happens as comparison without Aquabion, you see these typical problems with rust, lime, and corrosion inside. So also here, solutions are available instead of water-consuming descaling technologies based on salt. When finally, we also have to take a look on the wastewater, because wastewater, on the one hand, is water which can be reused, and on the other hand, has just a lot of energy inside, because, for example, if the water is coming from the showers, it's warm water, so energy is used to get it warm. And so we can use this treated wastewater and should think about it after filtration for the irrigation of green spaces. We can use it, as I just said before in one of the former slides, use it for toilet facilities, washing machines, but can use it also as cooling water pipes in the industrial sector. But sorry, this has nothing to do with the hotel industry. We have just seen first projects where wastewater was treated, was filtered, and then used again as drinking water. What is pretty new on the market, but this shows what is possible based on very innovative and new filtering systems. And then, as I've said before, in most cases, we talk about warm water. So we have a lot of energy in the wastewater. And this wastewater, again, can be used for heating and cooling of buildings. And here's a short focus on the wastewater, because we have it 24 hours, 7 days a week available, 365 days a year. And this is a very, very big advantage, for example, as compared with other energy sources like the sun or the wind. Here, wastewater, we have all the days available, and we can use it in-house wastewater for fresh water preheating on the one side, but also for partial heating and cooling of the building. In these 2 cases, we use the own wastewater of the house, of the hotel, to do this. And if we are in the lucky situation to have a big public sewer in front of the house or near to the hotel, then we have also the possibility to use the public sewer as an energy source. And with this big energy source, it is possible, really possible, to make a total heating and cooling of the hotel building. And I just give you an example, which you see here on the right side. This very, very big building in the middle of Vienna is cooled completely from this sewer. So we use the total energy, for example, when we use it for cooling, we bring the warm air through the heating pumps and the heat exchangers into the sewer back, and can cool in combination with the sewer the total building from the sewer. And in the winter time, we have the possibility also to heat the complete building based on the energy which comes from the sewer. And this gives us really, in such cases, I repeat it again, where we have a sewer near to the hotel, this gives us a very, very big opportunity, for example, to change from gas or oil-driven heating systems to a renewable energy source with a rather very good payback period for the investments. Here you see one of the technologies which we use. We offer here a lot of different technologies to our customers, always based on their specific requirements for the hotel. In this building, what I've shown you before, for example, is also a hotel placed. Here, the H Hotel Vienna Plaza with, I guess, 250 rooms. What I remember is also part of this big building. And it's cooled and also heated by such a sewer-based system. So finally, I can finish now this webinar, my presentation, and give a short summary of what you have heard in the last 20 minutes. Water is precious. We have seen that water shortage is a global problem. The hotels have a big impact on water consumption. Have in mind and remember 9% of the total water consumption worldwide is used for hotels and tourism. Water also causes a very high energy consumption. Warm water, you have to build strategies for water efficiency in your hotel. It's not enough only to make measures. Remember that you have to detect the water consumers in your hotels. You have to define the goals, plan and implement the measures, and monitor the results, and use all these figures for your reporting, for ESG and other sustainability reports which are required. And always use intelligent solutions and technologies to ensure maximum savings without loss of comfort for your guests. This is my summary, and with this, I want to finish now my presentation.